A bookkeeper for a Miami gym is accused of stealing $115,000 in a payroll fraud scheme. How did that happen? How can you avoid it? Those are the things we're going to cover in this video. Hello, my name is Ida. Welcome to the channel. On this channel, I create videos geared at helping bookkeepers and accountants grow their practices without burnouts. And occasionally we come across things like this that happen where bookkeepers and accountants are doing things that are unspeakable to their clients. And this is an example of that. This lady, she's a 45-year-old bookkeeper, and among other things, the article says, Moya was a bookkeeper and accounting assistant, and among her duties, she processed and submitted approved payroll, vendor payments, utility payments, and other approved payments and expenses. According to the report, a police investigation began in December after an internal audit found that from January 2020 through November 2023, she committed multiple unauthorized transactions. What investigators found out was that she had activated old employees, people who were no longer on payroll. She reactivated them using payroll information, personal information. But here's the thing. She used her banking information when doing that. So the payments that were processed in the name of these fictitious employees that didn't work in the company anymore were coming to her personal account. That's how that happened. How she was able to pull that off without the business owners being aware of it for so long, it's something that you want to avoid. As an accountant myself, providing both accounting and bookkeeping services, I could see how this can happen. There are some clients who don't pay any attention to anything that you do within their files. There are people who ignore their numbers until it gets to a point where something like this happens, or where the government is getting behind them for something. And so if you are that business owner who doesn't care about your numbers, this should be a wake-up call for you. It's happening more and more often. When I do a simple search, I see so many of this, and I want to sound a bell on it. So as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, when you hire a bookkeeper, there are a couple of things that you need to do. If this is somebody who's not well established, then you need to go into background checks. I mean, you could do background checks anytime you want, but particularly if this is somebody that's going to be dealing with a certain level of access to your information, certain level of access to your banking and certain things, you want to carry out a background check. Not many people think about this, and for the vast majority of instances, this is not an issue. But when it comes up, it's huge amounts of money that we're talking about. This is a gym, and this period here, this is a COVID period. This was January 2020 all the way to 2023. This is in the heart of COVID, when a lot of businesses were shutting down, when gyms in particular were having a hard time because they couldn't even let people come in. But this person, I haven't done any more research about her to know exactly why she would have done that. But if you're doing that, then obviously it's because you're in a situation that you think that's the only thing you need to do. But you were not the only one in that situation. Everybody was dealing with something. This was COVID, for Christ's sake. And so as the business owner, you want to protect yourself. You want to do a background check before you hire somebody who's going to come in and have a certain level of access to your banking that's going to allow them to be able to initiate payments out of your bank account. The second thing you want to do, you want to be able to review your numbers on an ongoing basis. Let's say every single month, at least. Once a month, once the books are done, you should make it a common practice to review your balance sheet, your income statement. Just look at it and make sure it makes sense. You probably will not understand everything that you see, but you should make it a practice whereby on a monthly basis, as the books are completed, you sit with your bookkeeper or you sit with your accountant or somebody in a position to explain things to you. Sit with them and look through the numbers. And what are you looking for? You're looking for things that don't seem to make sense to you. Because you should have an idea of how much you spend on payroll. You should have an idea of how much you're spending on everything that you're spending in your company. That way, when you sit to look at it, when something doesn't make sense, you can tell that something doesn't make sense. Just make it a habit to do that review on a monthly basis. When you take your income statement, put it month to month, right? And then you're looking for variances. You're looking for things that don't make sense. You're looking for huge fluctuations. And on your balance sheet, you want to see that the reconciliation is being done, your bank reconciliation at the least is being done every month. And when the bank reconciliation is done, you want to see that the information that is stated on the bank account matches the information that is stated in your ledger. And if there is a difference, it's explainable. The explanation should be things that are in circulation or things that are uncleared. That's to say, you have received payments from a client and it's still sitting in undeposited funds. Let's say it's sitting in a drawer. It's a check that you still to go deposit. Those ones would have been received into your accounting system, but they're physically not in your bank account. That would be an explanation for why your ledger is different from what the bank says. The second thing would be the checks that you have issued, which have been recorded in your system, but those checks have not yet been cashed by your clients. Those are the only two things that should be outstanding on your bank reconciliation. And so your bookkeeper, your accountant already takes care of this on a monthly basis. But you have to go the extra mile of looking at it. If you're too busy, make a few minutes every single month to take a look at that. Or incorporate into your business a thing where someone provides that information to you on a monthly basis or at least on a monthly basis. Why would you be in business if you're not going to take the time to do what is necessary to run a business, which is to pay attention to your numbers? This was payroll. And unless you hired a lot of new people, or unless you drastically increase the number of hours that people were working, there is no reason why you should have such huge fluctuations in your payroll. And so this lady in question, and this is not about her, this is about the thing that happened. She was able to reactivate inactive employees, old employees, using their personal information. My God, she has access to people's information as expected. Your bookkeeper, your accountant has access to people's personal information. This has to be somebody who is trustworthy. You shouldn't have to be looking over your back to figure out, is my accountant pulling a fast one on me? Is my bookkeeper doing something wrong? You shouldn't have to worry about that. So my suggestion to you would be to do the background check from the very beginning. That way you don't have to worry about things like this. And then on an ongoing basis, you want to review your books. And when you're doing the review, you want to look at your balance sheet, you want to look at your income statement. Income statement, you're looking for fluctuations or variations. And your balance sheet, you're looking to see that those balances make sense, at least to the best of your knowledge. And if you don't understand something that's sitting in the balance sheet, ask your bookkeeper, ask your accountant, ask a question. And if they are uncomfortable with you asking them questions, then you got the wrong person. Because you should be able to have people in your side, people in your corner who want to see you succeed and who are doing everything to make you succeed. That includes educating you on the things that matter in your business, the financial element that matter in your business. You want somebody on your side that does that. To access the full news article, you can go on the NBC Miami news. That's where that's found. And as of the time of this recording, it says that she was arrested, she's been booked into jail, and her bond has been set at $30,000. Those are all extra things that you shouldn't have to deal with. So find the right bookkeeper for you, find the right accountant for you, and focus on the thing that really, really matters in your business, which is to grow your business without having to worry whether your team is doing the right thing for you. Hope you found value in this. Go ahead, check out the next video right here. I'll see you there.